Run. Stop that. Hello, everybody. Chris Wood here. Um, this is only my second time doing one of these videos, so not really too sure what to do or anything like that. I'm just doing a quick video to show and let the ones responsible know for their crimes against me. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for 3 years since 2019. I have been injured, tortured, medically blacklisted, sex assaulted, kidnapped 24 hours after asking for help against them. May 27th, 2021. And that was done 24 hours after me asking for help, with arresting and charging for crimes that have been taking place with me. That was just one of many times. I have been skull split. I have been seriously brain injured. I have went through many different identity changes, and I have proven it and shown it, and how it was being done, how it is being done to me is what is called remote neural monitoring. It is police and military tech, and it is being used criminally. It is a nano microchip implant, and what it does when inside a person, it is to destroy their central nervous system on them. And it is being used here illegally and criminally through police, their inmates, and co-offenders. I've been medically blacklisted. I've been lied about. Serious lies against me stating I have a long criminal record and history, and none of it is true in any way, shape, or form. Never had one, never been in jail, never got one until I was falsely charged by OPP and the doctors here to deflect the crimes that they are guilty of on me for wanting them arrested and charged for crimes. And that was also done to give me the record that they needed so they could get my prints, my pictures, and my signature for this identity theft against me, which I'm going through. Forgeries, framings, and frauds, and it's not above or below OPP Spencer Mills 14716, ex-chief, staff sergeants Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Shannon Cork, mental health worker named Stacy, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston, and Shelley Hafner. Her girlfriend, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, the one that falsifies files, the one that basically signed my death certificate, assuring that I get medically blacklisted and not taken serious about what is taking place with the crimes against me and by whom, how, and why. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard. One laughed in my face, the other over being sodomized, and the other one tried to have me committed for having it happen because it was done by and to whom. There's Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Barton, I said to him, Dr. McGregor. There's triage nurse Terry. There is a triage nurse Tanya. There is a triage nurse David. And there is Paladin security guard. He is approximately 24, 25 years old, maybe 400 to 500 pounds. There is alleged Hells Angels MC, Ontario chapter boss, sex offender, rat informant, identity thief, and serial killer. One known as William Bill Wooldridge that lives at 149 Center Street North here in Napanee. He is highly delusional. He is highly psychotic. He believes that he is me. He thinks that he is Harry Potter. And probably many others. He's a serious heroin addict. He is a stalker, and he is also one of the ones guilty of stalking my mother and using remote neural monitoring on her with the EMFs from it and the radiation. It caused cancer, causing tumors, causing my mother's death back in 2020, and it was done with intent, and it will not be proven wrong. There is also Blair Hardy, who was taking place in that. He is a co-sex offender, drug trafficker, human trafficker. He is a pedophile, identity thief. There is Tyler Lake, and there is Jabin Alstein. There is a Ray and a Sam guy that has a white deaf pit bull. There's a guy named Mike. He is homeless that lives in a tent or a trailer here in Napanee. And all anybody needs to do is use this is a cell phone, Wi-Fi, or computer. Simple as that. I get constantly numbed down to be dumbed down on a daily basis in hopes that I forget about this. So in hopes that they get away with the crimes that they are getting away with on me for the past 3 years for revenge retaliation, for me speaking of their crimes out of the Morning Star mission here in Napanee, the human homeless trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains through charitable means. And like I said, as a result, I became a victim. Lots of lies stating against me, stating I am suicidal and a self-harmer, and that is not true in any way, shape, or form. But because the way I look and because who it came from, and that lie needs to be proven by the ones it was cast to stop me from getting help. Lies against me stating that I am a self-harmer and suicidal and drugs, and I do not do drugs. I am highly against them, and everybody knows me, knows I am against drugs. I myself have overdosed back in 2012, and I've lost too many friends and family from the junk, so I have nothing and want nothing to do with it. There has been serious lies and other stuff that has been cast against me, stating that I am a dangerous offender and all of this. How can I be a dangerous offender with no criminal record? So all of this needs to be proven. This whole right side of my face is completely gone. It's completely numb. I no longer feel anything on my right side. I do not feel my consciousness. I do not feel my thoughts because I am being broadcasted through by so many different co-offenders who are high on the drugs of their choice that they get paid and given to through OPP for doing this crime against me. Like I said, this is revenge retaliation. It's a Pontius Pilate crime. That way they can sit back, claim that it's not them while being responsible. And the ones behind it through Tyler Lake, through Jabin Alstein, through Billy Wooldridge, through Blair Hardy, through Ray, and through other ones that they are using. Been surrounded by hands on guns by police to prevent arrest or anything on them or anyone else, and I have video to show it and prove it. I get drugged on a daily basis from this shit because of how it's being done and them using it on me and them all junkies, so it does affect me. I feel nothing in my head right now, no pun intended, but I have no feeling whatsoever, only feels like air going through the right side of my brain and here in the back part of my head. The spot on the back of my head is swelling up and it's burning so much that the skin around it is actually peeling. So I just want to say after 3 years, plus I have prisoner tracking on me illegally from William Wooldridge or Blair Hardy, one of them, because every time I go out, they know exactly where I am and what I'm doing. Plus this remote neural monitoring for the illegal surveillance they got on me. So when the time comes, I will be taken as him for this switch, and I will not be proven wrong. They are human sex trade, slavery traffickers, children to pedophiles, and adults to sex offenders. They are drug traffickers. The ones that have overdosed in this town is from laced drugs from OPP Spencer Mills, from OPP Shannon Cork, from the ones I previously named, plus Blair Hardy and William Aldridge, Tyler Lake, and the rest that I have named here in Napanee. They're using their badges, positions, lies, time buying, false guise of law to get away with the crimes that they are committing. I am the end of my bloodline, so congratulations. Not only are they guilty of murdering my mother, but they are guilty of doing this to me for revenge, retaliation, and murdering a bloodline with help from the hospital here in town and the doctors that have been involved co-committing and helping cover up this since day one. My medical rights have been taken, my legal rights have been taken, my human rights have been taken. This is the OPP that you think you know, and how they are going about committing these crimes. I have proven that remote neural monitoring exists and where it come from, and I also proven how it operates, and that it has been in use since the 60s, and not a lot of people are aware of it, and that benefits the criminals that are using it just fine. My skull has been deformed about 50 different ways, shapes, and sizes. My face has changed about to 60 different people, and I have shown it and proven it. My head's been flattened, rounded out, shortened, elongated, widened, back to normal, from all these different people using the R&M on me, and this is how it's being done. My identity theft and changes to me. Well, conveniently, I'm proving crimes against me, and nobody is arrestable. Why? Because it's for OPP, Lennox and Edmonton, Ontario Provincial Police, and the ones named in right now, especially on my left side over here. This is Tyler Lake broadcasting through me, and I put out pictures of him and exactly the same kind of nose outline and everything else. You fucking psychotic pieces of garbage. And I don't really want to be cursing and swearing, but you are effing psychotic pieces of garbage in every way, shape, and form. You're nothing but meth fed, co offending pieces of shit who are murdering, doing this to me and others for OPP. So yeah, on my left side right now here, it's Tyler Lake broadcasting through me, and I guarantee he's probably either on Water Street or he's probably over at Ray Ray's or above the wine store or on Center Street in Thomas at the Crack Shack, the woman that has the Crack Shack, where they all hang out as well, here in Napanee. The one known as William Bill Wooldridge is now bald. He has a goatee and glasses. He usually goes to the Loaf and Ale, a local pub here in town, and Coffee Cravings downtown when he actually goes out. The rest of the time, he's using remote neural monitoring on me and living through me. These pieces of shit garbage are actually using this on me in the middle of the night, too, using it to sleep with me. This is the kind of garbage that they are. And regardless of how this may sound, this has nothing to do with any kind of mental illness in any way, shape, or form. This is purely and strictly criminal on me and against me. And I've been talking about it and showing and proving every step of the way over the course of 3 years while not being able to do anything about it. Do your job for once in your life, OPP, instead of helping take lives. Why don't you do something to help save one instead of being murderers that you are, the sex offenders that you are, the pedophiles that you are, committing identity thefts, financial thefts, and frauds? Families of murdered and missing, not all of them, but some of them are being done this way through identity thefts and then through human trafficking and kidnapping. by the least suspecting, so beware. And they are having doctors co-commit with them and cover their crimes up, and it's being done through poor, elderly, disabled, homeless, and other ones that have no chance of getting help once the lies are cast against them. Isn't that right? I will not be proven wrong. OPP and Spencer Mills 14716 ex-chief who shot me with something back in 2019 that went into my right ear, and that's when the lies and time buying started and everything else against me. After Stacy showed up at the hospital and for my CAT scans back in November of 2020 or 2019, I mean, and I was also given fake ones, wrong date as well. So everything's been done to try to buy time and to get away with this crime on me over the course of 3 years. And I am the one that's suffering while they're all sitting back with their thumbs up their ass, getting away with more murders, getting away with more injuring and torturing by and how it's being done. Yes, they are guilty. I have been saying since day one who, how, and why since 2019 for 3 years. And I've been pretty consistent with it, and I am not going to change that for as long as I can remember who is doing this to me. I am going to name you because you are guilty pieces of shit that work for OPP, inmate, Hells Angels, William Bill Woldridge, MC, leader Ontario chapter allegedly, and Banditos Blair Hardy. So you're human traffickers, child stalkers. You conveniently go into hiding after I get your picture, Woldridge, and then you come out looking different, and then you conveniently moved right across the road from my previous address. You're associated to Russell Williams, the OPP you think you know, and they have to prove nothing. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm just waiting for my supper to finish, and I think I'm gonna have a couple nice pieces of chicken and some mashed potatoes and some vegetables, and possibly try to find a show or something to watch. But in the meantime, my skull has been split. I have shown it and proven it, and I have no feeling whatsoever in my head anymore. If I was able to get a CAT scan done or a brainwave scan or something, it would prove and show a lot of damages. My right kidney is screwed. It's completely gone. My right lung is completely gone. I cough up blood all the time. I get blood coming out of my ears from being deformed, my skull. I shit blood constantly from being injured inside. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Everybody be safe. Love all, hate none. Watch yourselves and watch your children if you live in the Napanee area. This is how OPP traffic, frame, and murder. And I would not be saying this if it was not true. I'm not just going to pick people out and things to start blaming anyone for 3 years. So you are guilty of murdering a bloodline OPP with the rest of your junk garbage that you're using and how you're going about doing this. I hope you're happy.